Hey everybody, welcome back. Today, we're going to take our S550 out and do a little talking about it, about what's going on with it, our plans for it, and where we're kind of at with it. Alright, so if y'all don't know already, this is pretty much the daily here. It's a 2015 with the AMG Sport Package and a Rentec tune. So now it's almost a decade old, we're well out of warranty, and it's getting to where it needs a few things. So here's what I'm thinking. The white's cool and all, but it might be time for a change. Which brings us to this right here. We have satin purple chrome and satin blue chrome. So the blue chrome here actually pretty well mimics a satin version of our Hellcat Indigo blue. So that would be pretty cool to complement that car. But we also have this nice purple, kind of a Stradman color. We did the blue on the 300, but it's been unwrapped for a little while now. So we kind of have two options. What do y'all think? Should we go blue or purple? Because we do have the gunmetal dark silver color wheels on here as well. But our interior is tan. So let's go ahead and take the car out and talk about a few things. What I think is funny is no matter where I drive around here, it says road not mapped. That's how small of a town we live in now. So this car's been around for a little while. We have about, I think we just hit 85,000 miles on it. Overall, it's a great car, but it does have some issues and kind of what you'd expect, but we're kind of at a point here. Do we spend the money and do the repairs? Because, you know, it could very well go to somebody else for them to enjoy. But let's get into it. So after almost a decade and 85,000 miles, this is the condition this thing's been in. And I am going to make a lot of comparisons to our E300 video, if you've seen that. A lot of people were angry about that. And this one probably won't be much better, but I'll get to the point. So overall, this thing's been pretty reliable. It has the bi-turbo V8 in it, much like the turbo 4-cylinder that was in the E300. Very reliable, easy to work on. Parts costs are kind of up there, but that's about it. As far as wear and tear on it, you know, we do have some scuffs, a few little paint chips. Our chrome here on the grill is bubbling, but overall it's actually held up pretty well. The interior is tan, so it does have a little bit of wear to it. As you can hear the annoying sounds it makes in here. But on the steering wheel, you can see, you know, it has a little bit of wear to it. It does show its age a little bit. But overall, it's held up pretty well, actually. As you can see, maybe over here a little bit, the tan does get dirty pretty easily, and it's not exactly the easiest stuff to clean. But let's talk about stuff that's broken. Our trunk switch on the door panel does not work. You have to use the key fob. Aside from that, I'm pretty sure our air pumps are dead. And there's a deer. Well, that was strange. Deer definitely just ran past me. But our air pumps do not work. Not sure what that's about. It's a very common issue on these. And that leads me to one of my mini gripes. So our massaging seats in here, they're basically air pockets. So they fill with air and then they collapse. Fill with air, collapse. And that's how the massaging function on this seat works. Not exactly the most comfortable massaging seat I've been in. And again, people are going to be mad about this because they were on the E300 video. Because I will compare this vehicle to our Range Rover quite a bit. And this is a very comfortable car to drive, but we like the Range Rover better. I think ours was, what, a 2017, somewhere in there. Had the best massaging seats in there. It was same reliability for the most part. But so our air pumps on this don't work. And that means the suspension doesn't lift. It doesn't sag either, which kind of weirds me out a little bit about that. But it doesn't lift anymore. The massaging seats don't work. The trunk button doesn't work, and I'm not sure if it's on this one or not, but a lot of times that air pump also controlled the trunk lid on some of the older models, if I recall that correctly. And here's just a weird quirky thing I hate. So we have this nice glass panoramic. The roof is all black until you get to this back section here. Why is this body color? Why is it not black like the rest of it? Just to keep it streamlined would make a lot more sense. Actually, that reminds me, one of my tasks I need to do today when we get back to the house is pull the fuses to see if they're still good. I think it's number 421 and 490. And the trunk back here, this fuse box, that's what controls the air pump. So we'll have to see about that. Another thing that made people really mad in the E300 video was the stupid tray here. This is the most useless thing I have ever seen in my life. Useless. And it's annoying to push the thing down. You hear it click. And then it pops. Why? Why? That is the most useless thing I have ever seen. And you can't really put stuff in there. It's weird. It's in the middle of the trunk, so you have space on either side, but it's only this little tiny compartment, like 1.5 feet wide by not even 1 foot deep. Why? I know some people might use that, but like, where's the practicality in that? Also, I don't know if you can see this. I'll probably zoom in on it. It says 20 pounds max in here. What actually fits in this compartment? Because I have never figured that out through all the Mercedes models we've had. Makes no sense. And that's why I hate this stupid tray. It's the most irrelevant thing. Although something that is weird about this, you know, most cars you have a little pull tab thing that you pull to release the trunk from the inside in case you get locked in there. This one has a button to release the trunk. You push that button from the inside. There's no little pull thing. Just weird. I don't know. Not mad at it. Just find it strange. And yes, we still have our tow hook. Never had to use it though. We also have these goodies as well. And yes, they do have this little hook thing to do this with the spare tire cover. Even though there's no spare tire, you just hook it up there like that, and it holds it up in place so you can go down in here and get your nice medical kit. Also, weird thing about this Mercedes with the S-Class that didn't happen in the E is whenever you're in here and the car is not on, you hear this annoying noise that sounds like, I don't know, a CD player trying to load a CD or something. I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. Actually, I lied. We haven't hit 85,000 miles yet. We're about to. And there's the air pump running. I don't know if you can hear that now. So the air pump runs. Maybe it has a leak. I'm not sure. That's something we need to look into on this. But we just haven't really had the time to mess with it too much. So the other issue with the whole air pump being out is the massaging seats. Actually, this is kind of weird too. I don't understand that. You have to have something else open to split the screen and then hit your seat massaging button to pull up the controls for the seat. And then it pulls it up. You hit the little knob to select massage. You pick the driver. You hit start. And it goes back to start. It does not work. Kind of weird. and that's definitely broken. No check engine lights or anything like that. Let's see what we got here. So we're, you know, roughly 18 miles per gallon average. That can't be right, because this thing drinks some gas. So a weird, quirky thing I've never seen anybody mention. I don't even think it's been in like Doug DeMuro videos or anything. This center console here, you can push the button and open it this way, but you can also push the button over here and open it this way. Pretty cool. So same thing. I don't know why, but I just like that. Nobody's ever mentioned it before that I can think of, but definitely different. And honestly, even though this thing has, you know, some of the issues I've told you about, it is really reliable, actually. Aside from like the stupid air pump stuff, we really haven't had any issues with it. Granted, that could be a serious issue. The dealer wants like $1,200 to replace that pump. Not gonna happen. My daughter loves this car. We all, you know, it's a good car. We like it. My daughter's a big fan of, you know, the dual sunroofs in here. And then we have the little shades on the windows back there. She likes stuff that moves. It all lights up with the LEDs, the trim surround. So that's pretty cool. Heated seats, cooled seats. Unlike our old Mercedes E-Class, he had heated seats, that was it. No cooling feature, no massage feature, even though it would probably be broken anyways. And to compare that to the Range Rover, the Range Rover almost always had a check engine light on for something, but it always worked. Everything on it always worked. So take that for what you will. Check engine light roulette or not, everything always worked. Range Rover, but only the Jaguar era. So this car right here is kind of why I was so harsh on the E300. I had so many expectations with the E300 that it just did not live up to. And granted, if I would have gotten, you know, the luxury 2 package with the sport package and the other luxury package and this and that, all the add-ons, it probably would have had all the crap I wanted. But like, how many packages do you have to buy for a car to get what you want? I just find that strange. And I know that's not how it all works, but still seems a little weird. So the E300 was stickered around 55 grand from what I remember. And this S550 with pretty much everything was a little over 100 grand sticker price. So to put that in comparison, so to kind of summarize, I really like the car. I just wish the air system worked and we had black interior instead, or at least gray, because this tan stuff shows the slightest little bit of dirt and always looks dingy and dirty. Not cool. And sitting back here next to the car seat is less than fun. If you can see how I'm crammed in here kinda, and then I have the seat on one side holding me in place. Yep. So if you're gonna do car seats back here, you gotta stick them off to one side pretty much. Our daughter likes sitting in the middle. Usually middle is the safest place, but there's people that'll argue that too apparently. But we're middle riders, so it happens. So width-wise, not the most fun, but length-wise, there's tons of legroom in here. So I have my driver's seat pretty much fully back where I'm comfortable, extended. And we have about 6 inches between my knees and the back of the seat here. I do really enjoy driving this car though. It's pretty comfortable. Unlike our stupid E300, the seats in this actually have some comfort to them. If you have a bad back injury, you can actually tolerate sitting in these seats for more than an hour. All right, so that's all for our S550 video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along. If you want to see what's coming next, what we end up doing with this car, and things like that, our other projects we got going on, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow along. And also, let me know in the comments down below what color you think we should wrap this if we end up keeping it. Blue, purple, maybe we can figure something else out too. Just let me know.